All right, let's get into this video today. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Is today Thursday? Yeah, it's Thursday. Okay. Happy Thursday to everybody. And yeah, we're going to talk about this situation with Luigi Mangione. There's a lot to talk about. But before we get started with our discussion, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button down there. Also, check out my other channel, subscribe there as well. It's a completely different vibe over on Audrey Christine. Check out my new book that's just come out. Link is in the description box below. And check me out on Instagram, see what's going on at home with the kitty cats and everybody here in California. All right, so at this point, conspiracy theories is really all us non-legal people have to go on right now. We're not really in the know of anything that's been said with Luigi and his attorney and stuff. So yeah, we're basically down to conspiracy theories, which is fine. I am not saying any of this is true or factual. I'm just really curious about it, and I just want to talk about it and run some stuff across you guys. And, this is called brainstorming. That's what it used to be called. Now it's, a bad thing to have a conspiracy against somebody. Well, I'm not saying it's against him, but I wanted more information. So you guys put your comments and your response to any of my questions down below in the comment section. It's very curious to me. It's like I said, I feel bad because I'm excited about this case. Somebody did lose his life. That was Brian Thompson, the United Healthcare CEO in New York, lost his life last month when he was shot in the back walking down a street in New York City, leaving his hotel, going to a meeting. Nowhere is safe anymore. That's what it feels like to me, honestly. So what I want to focus on is this phone call. And I don't remember if there was a photo of Luigi on the phone or it was eyewitness testimony that he was on the phone. I don't know the facts around the alleged phone call. Now, that's a big deal to me because we have a lot of people saying he worked alone. He didn't have any help. He wasn't engaging with anyone else. And this wasn't a group effort or anything. I personally disagree. I disagree because there was a lot of very specific information that needed to be known by Luigi to make this perfect storm, if you will, to be right there, right outside the hotel building, on the guy's way to his meeting by foot. That takes a lot of planning. Now, just because Luigi is supposedly a very intelligent, smart person, young man, doesn't mean he would have the ability to gather certain information on his own. A lot of information, you're not going to get past the receptionist. You're not going to get past the secretary or the assistant. No one's going to be handing out information, personal, private, secure information on somebody like Brian Thompson, who normally had security detail. He normally had a bodyguard or two, depending on what's going on. He normally had protection. And he didn't have protection in this case when he was shot. So why is that? Was that a normal thing for Brian Thompson to not have his security detail going from point A to point B, going from the hotel to these meetings? Is that something he found out? There was a lot of information that came to the surface that assisted, in my opinion, the shooting. Back to the phone call. Okay, so this was, minutes before the the murder happened, and again, I'm pretending that this was indeed Luigi Mangione, um, holding the weapon. Okay, I'm just saying in this case, I'm not saying it's for certain that it was him. I'm saying if this was him there doing the murdering, let's pretend that's him. He's on the phone. Who's he calling? Who's he talking to? Do you think he took a call from his mother who was looking for him and had claimed him as lost, as a missing person, thinking that he was in San Francisco? I don't think he would have taken a phone call from a family member or a college friend or, any other relative. I mean, he was missing, officially out of San Francisco. So was he ordering an Uber? Was he trying to order a getaway car? No, of course not. My belief, this is just me, okay? I'm not saying this is true. I'm just venting and gossiping basically, but I'm brainstorming. I'm allowed to brainstorm, and so are you. I believe the phone call had to do with the target and his location. He's on the move. He's coming down now. You got 90 seconds. Get ready. Here we go. That's what I think was going on with that phone call. Can I prove it? 100% no. I absolutely cannot prove it. Is it a conspiracy theory? Yes, it is. Welcome to my channel. Because who else would he be on the phone with? There's too much that doesn't make sense to me. Like I mentioned in the last video about Luigi, it's like we got a picture of him. I don't think it's him in this picture, but we got a picture of him laughing at the hostel where he was staying at the hostel. By the way, by the way, 26. Yeah, that's pretty young, but I think that's a little too old to stay in a hostel. I don't know. I think of hostels more of 18, 19, at least still in college. I don't know. I can't imagine my kids staying in a hostel at that age. Most people by that point do have a career or, I don't know. There's just something that doesn't seem right with the guy in the photo at the hostel. Just doesn't feel right to me. It's not sitting properly. It's not adding up. So let's try to get in the mind of Mangione. Let's get into his mind. Okay, again, theories here. Just spitballing, as some may say, spitballing some ideas. If you, and this could go for anybody, if someone is on the verge of committing a horrific crime, such as this one, murder case, what is your state of mind? Are you not in a zone where the rest of the world around you doesn't even exist for a time? Because you're so focused on the target. Our minds, in my opinion, you're not going to be, hi, how are you today? To everyone that comes out of the hotel. Hi, nice to see you. I think he's got to be so focused on the target and his task at hand. What is he thinking? What is going through his mind? Step into the mind of a killer. Now, that hostel photograph of him at the hostel where he's smiling, which, again, I don't think it's him. I don't know. Even if this picture's from the day before or the morning of, not going to be smiling. Why would you be smiling? And to me, again, he's clearly engaging with someone on the other side of the camera that we can't see. I don't know. There's something. And he's not going to pick up the phone if it's like the hostel calling him to say, hey, you left your phone charger here. Should we mail it? Where can we send it? You want to come pick it up? He's not going to answer the phone for anything other than the task and the target at hand. That's my opinion. So I'm really, really excited to see who all is involved. And I think the defense, I think the defense is going to attempt to even discuss a lot of information that is relative to this case, because I do believe Luigi's working with someone else, whether it's one person or more. I don't think he's going to give up any names. I don't think he's going to give up any information. I think he's going to take everything on himself and he's going to keep his mouth shut. And I think the attorney, his defense attorney team, is going to try and get the charges dismissed based on all of his rights that have been violated, according to his attorney. So, I don't know if we're even going to hear any information. I'm curious about phone records. I'm curious about his computer, his laptop. Where has he been? What has he been looking at? Being that he seems like he's intelligent, he may have covered his rear end and not even Googled stuff or purchased stuff. We are under the impression that he made that weapon on a 3D printer, at least parts of it. So the bottom line is they're going to have to identify him as being the person in that video, in the still pictures of him holding the weapon and firing it at Brian Thompson. That's not going to be easy. That is not going to be easy. Yes, he has the same backpack, it looks like. Prove it. How are they going to prove it? How are they going to prove it? There's no DNA. I mean, how are they going to do that? So I'm super excited to see how this plays out, you guys. Let me know what you think about the phone call, though. Put your comments down. Let me see what you guys are thinking. Where are you at in this situation? Okay, that's all I have for now. I got a lot of stuff going on here at home. Lots and lots of stuff going on. So I'll see you real soon. Thanks for watching. Ciao.